we're going to start our next session, Community in Times of Transition to Agentic AI, with Corina Gheonea. We will start in a few minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you about Corina. Corina is a Senior Director at Global Community at UiPath. And she is aligning strategy with company's mission and empowering her team to grow a thriving people-centered ecosystem. With over 12 years of experience in community development, she has also co-founded 2 pioneering educational initiatives, the Alternative University and the Entrepreneurship Academy. Beyond her role at UiPath, Corina mentors startup leaders and advises companies on building impactful communities. She's passionate about creating spaces where people and missions can flourish together. Corina, it's so great to have you here today. Corina, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Tali, and happy to see you. If not in person, virtual. I do remember our times in Prague. Hope all is good and we get to connect. I just want to make sure everything is fine. My slides are okay. And I'm fully here with all of you. Good. Hi, everyone. My name is Corina, as Tali presented me, and I'm very, very happy to be here today. I know we are on the EMEA track in a way, but I also think that we community managers, we have that ambition to go beyond time zones and barriers. So I was lucky also today I am based in India. I'm here with my team, and that gave me the chance to join some sessions in the morning as well. And I hope I'll join other sessions as well. So hope to see many of you joining different sessions in different time zones, because this content is valuable for all of us. I will take you through my session in a bit. So what we are going to talk and see, for example, I will take you a bit through the current context of AI and agentic. Of course, it's this context, and I really heard the topic today in some of other sessions, so it's something quite common to all of us. Then I want to go briefly to type of communities that adopt agentic and AI, and that with the intention to show that it's for all. Yeah, so this topic, I promise you, is not just about my specific community. It makes sense to many others and to many other communities. If you are in tech, if you are not in tech, I think it's a valuable topic to go through and to start thinking about, or maybe you already implement and new ideas can come. So this is something that I do invite all of you. Then I do want to take you through the step-by-step journey of the UiPath community and what we were able to build. I have a great team and honestly a great community to serve. And in the last, I would say, 16 months, we managed to do a transition. Of course, we are a tech community, so it made a lot of sense for us to accelerate our growth into the latest developments. But it was quite an interesting journey that we got to explore and to enjoy, while we were not sure where we are going to land. Of course, there were new times. But now zooming out and looking back, there were so many things, examples that made our community and helped us be where we are right now, an agentic automation community with full identity and with a full sense of belonging in that direction. So, context of AI and agentic. Yeah, I know. I will not take you through too much of explanations, definitions, why are we here? Shifts, trends, everything that is happening in the world is happening, like different trends in everything. So we do have, and we did have our green times, let's say, with all the avocado toast that was everywhere and everybody wanting an avocado for their brunch. Nowadays, the latest matcha thing and everybody going into the matcha thing. Trends happen and connect us everywhere in the world. If there aren't the green times, there are the play times. So I do remember the times when everybody was into Pokemon Go or different kinds of games that really took everyone, and there was no importance of age and who we are. So it was just a matter of trying new things and getting into different hypes trends, things that looked useful, things that looked fun. And the same with the latest one into Labubu. I'm not into it yet, but it's quite a trend and it's quite visible. So with this saying, what can be next? So yeah, there is also about AI times, but with this AI times, I think there is more about seriousness, and they are here to stay, because they are not just for individual social activities, they are not just individual choices, it's more about enterprise choices as well. It's more about how organizations transform. So the AI just went high and up with the development of ChatGPT, of course, and that entire surge in everybody creating an account, and immediately after so many others growing, Anthropic, Grok, UiPath, of course, with agentic automation, but many more for individuals and for companies. So this is a bit about the context that I wanted to add, because I know it's a click away to find much more about it, and I don't want to take you through that. Where I want to take you instead is about the context of agentic, because maybe AI is quite known and famous and we all talk about it and it's viral. For some, maybe agentic is a bit new, and I wanted to add this definition to help you in this explanation. I'm also curious if you already heard about it and use it, so please feel free to share about it. But this component of agentic AI, so in this large umbrella of AI, the agentic AI, brings a bit of, let's say, agency into systems. So you read the entire definitions. Is this applicability of artificial intelligence? Is asking for a bit of agency means asking the system to take action in a controlled environment for you to achieve a specific goal. So this is, in a way, this nuance of agentic, this nuance of AI in action, I would say. And I added 2 reports here to say that it's not just about the trend on this one, it's really with a lot of knowledge in the back. So with this understanding of AI and much more understanding, I do trust you in this, about AI, the transition is needed in all communities. And when I'm saying this, any current community, if it's in tech, if it's for passion, if it's a community of interest, we need to adopt the new features in our tech stacks. And this happens because we want to make our lives easier, or to make a better, improved experience for our end users. But it's also, and I do see it in our UiPath community as well, in our relationships with the vendors, with our suppliers of tech stack for community, they are developing new functionalities that are AI enhanced, that are agentic enhanced. So this is something that is happening anyway, and each of us needs to be prepared and adopt what's relevant. Try and adopt what's relevant. Then from us as community builders in the back, I think the next level is ensuring that we deliver the same enablement to our co-creators, to our contributors, to the ones who are speakers, to everyone who is helping us grow the community and give the identity of community. So another level of us being aware of what's there and ensuring proper enablement for them. And then it's also about how the topic of AI and agentic AI is impacting our community, our industry, our jobs, our passion. There is a component, or if there isn't, at least we are aware as a group, as a community. So this is why I see the importance of talking about, exploring, and making sure that this conversation is together with your community. And then is this other group of communities where I also see my UiPath community of AI and agentic community. So for us is about building the community, and it can be building a community from scratch around a new technology, or transitioning your current community, or expanding your community with a new user, right? With a new persona, with a new target audience. So this can happen. So that comes with you helping your community to build skill and help them co-create with your community. So AI and agentic AI, it's important for all communities, I would say. Now, how it was for, and how it is for the UiPath community and my examples today. So this, if I want to put them in some clusters, there was early curiosity from our end as technology, but also from the end of our community. And there was a great time of curiosity that was also very practical. Then it was the ideation and dissemination. So we continued in our process, and we are now in the enablement and expansion phase. So this is how the community is growing. As early curiosity, so UiPath community is a community of, it was RPA, robotic process automation community, agentic automation community. And that is our technology, UiPath, helps professionals to grow in their skills and adopting automation for their companies or for their individual use. So we are a community for product adoption and for skill development, of course, for them to be very good in their jobs. So we started to plant the seeds. Once we started to talk in our company about this new technology of Agentic, and Agentic will start to take further and use AI, I remember I was in our New York office with my marketing leaders, and they started to talk about this is going to be a new direction for us. And the immediate thing was for me to go back to my team and ask them, what do you know about this topic? What do we know about this topic? And especially our community members, and especially our most valuable professionals, our MVPs, what do they know about it? And we asked them directly. We have a WhatsApp group with some of them, and we just asked, and we got responses like, never heard of it. What is this? Let me check on or give a Google search right now. Let me ask ChatGPT about it. Or someone saying, I think I heard a bit about the word. So we took it from that stage, but we openly, transparently started the conversation with our community. And then from there, it was conversation. So it was conversation, learning, growing. But what also helped us a lot, the same curiosity was visible from our leaders as well. So our CEO wanted a conversation with our MVPs to ask them, guys, what do you think about this topic? Where is this heading? And to share our perspective as well, not having the thing already defined or the trend already formed. So that was something that was quite valuable. With this narration, with this conversation, then the community started to go for deeper research, understand a bit more and try things, and then to get to present to each other and to go into learning from each other, which takes us in the ideation phase. So here, what we saw, new ideas, use cases, frameworks. So they were building their own things and then inviting others to give it a try or just to give them some feedback. So this was something that, again, the ones who were most active in our community, they were doing by themselves together with us, but they were also initiating. So it was not just about us organizing. And there were product managers, engineers also curious to join, to participate, to understand their new ways of thinking. We were quite bold also. So we hosted a hackathon, for example, didn't have a product in place. We knew the direction, we knew that that's what we're going to do. So we invited our community. In our global annual hackathon, we created a special category for agentic solutions. So that was, again, a way for us to trust our community in creating content, in building how the platform is going to look. So as you know, there is that way of how do you pave a parking lot. And you can start by what you think it will be clean, lean, structured, with architects putting their minds into it. Or you can just give the piece of land to the ones who are going to walk on that park and to let them make the path based on their route, their routine, how they will choose that. So in a way, this is what we also did. We allowed our community to come up with ideas, come up with solutions, use cases, frameworks on how they will build agentic automation solutions. That was very good in a way. It was also with a sort of an energy of, especially by the time they built their solutions and they presented in front of the jury members who were people from our product and engineering, those solutions were in a way workarounds. And by that time, we already started to have a good product in place, but it was not yet released. So those workarounds already had a solution. So that was also satisfying for us to see that we hope and we expect the same outcome, and we will make their life easier with the new developments of our product. So that was something quite important. Then hackathons was one thing, but we also wanted just the use cases generation. So we invited key customers to come together in-person events, boot camps, to start to build their capability and their way of thinking around AI agentic solution. So that was also extremely valuable. And what we also saw, everybody understood that this is a quite large, serious topic that is here to stay, and it will develop how things happen in terms of technology adoptions, how organizations are going to redesign their processes. And they were ready to collaborate. So there were people coming from different customers, maybe in the same industry, healthcare, banking, insurance, and they were willing to build use cases together because they knew that they are going to build something for the good and for the better of all. So again, a great level of trust that we managed to see. Our community then started to be able to create some use cases to share, some tutorials to share with others. But we saw this level of core community members, core contributors that are with us. And everything came with a lot of product feedback that helped us build a better product. And once all this happened, and I would say that this was still January, February this year, so this ideation, then we knew that we can take it further in the large community. And it started the enablement and expansion. So we were able to run solid knowledge and that knowledge to be shared in the format of programs, in the format of meetups. So we already hosted more than 100 meetups specifically into agentic automation. And these core members, they were already in the topic for some time. So it was easy for them to immediately start to share with their communities. And because they were exposed not only to their use cases, to the use cases of so many others, it was easier for them to do all this. So it became a space of booming with content, with sessions for beginners, for more advanced ones. And it was an incredible way to see how the community starts to identify, have a brand, and themselves to say that now they are an agentic automation community, not only the UiPath community, not only the automation community that we were. So just in this a few minutes, I try to compress what we were able to do in almost 2 years of growth. And these are just some few pictures of how the community grew in time, how they adopted agentic automation, how they were able to come together with us for this new space. I do know that it was not just for the sake of our community. So they were building their career. So for our community members, it was important as well because they were getting also an edge. They were building their brand already into a new technology that is quite early, and they wanted to stay ahead. So that was also a reality, like them also having skin in the game. It made them more serious, more involved, and they gave a lot of space, time in growing as a community. And while we had no idea where this is going to take us, and it was just gray and multiple colors that we were just, and multiple paths to choose. Now looking back, I think we are in a very good space with a community that really identifies to who we were before, but also to this new development in technology and what AI agentic means to us. So with this, I'm happy to share more examples and how things happened for us in our community. But I am also very curious to learn a bit, where are you in adopting AI, in maybe adopting agentic AI, agentic automation for your community? And if there is any stage where you feel you are, if you are still in the early curiosity, ideating already or already expanding, if you need to know anything else from my story and example, again, it was possible because I do have a great team and a great community to support me in this. So yeah, happy to hear from you. Any questions or to hear about your.
So thank you very much, Corina. It's really inspiring. And it's amazing that you started early, like you said, 16 months ago. I have a question from myself, and then we'll go to another question that we have from Isabel. What pushed this kind of getting this topic and investing in the community and agentic AI for the community? Was this leadership? Was this like the customers? Were this like you, the community team? Who were the initiator?
Yeah. So the first initiation was in that marketing leadership room, to be honest. And it was the time early last year when we were defining parts of our direction and where are we heading. And that was the initial conversation that just sparked. And I said, whatever I hear here that might sound new and interesting, I want to be the door and the bridge back to my community. So initially, immediately I took the topic further and I just checked. So it was just directly checked because it sounded as the next step into AI development. So maybe if, let's say 2.5 years ago, or close to 3 years ago, if I did the same when we started to bring AI functionalities in our platform, so immediately we took them to community. It was the same now when we heard something new, and whenever we will hear something new, we take it to the community. Sometimes might be too early. Sometimes they might say, yeah, we already knew about this, and it will be faster to adopt it. But we always check with them, and we are open to get yes and no or uncertainty. So that was something that really helped us. And I think it's something that I do encourage. Like, as much as we like to create good experiences for our community and to prepare everything, I think sometimes it's good to have them in the messy part, to have them in the drafty part, in the backstage, because they will have more skin in the game and they will build and co-create with us. Not just the event per se, but the content as well.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing. This is very interesting. And Isabel is asking, what are your favorite questions to ask during or after hackathons and to gather feedback in general?
Well, we do ask them about product feedback. So if there were any limitations in our products, because in a hackathon, you can be bold with ideas. So if we kill some of their boldness and how to fix it back. So that's the most important, I would say. And then what we also do, and maybe because we are too ambitious as community builders, is from your solution and your hackathon solution, what do you want to take further and to showcase in the large community? So we encourage as much as possible our community to share further, like a solution not to be there just for the prize or just for the contest per se, but to have it for the beauty of sharing further. Like, any solution can be a learning opportunity for other members, and that's what we ask them quite a lot.
Amazing. Isabel, I hope it's answered your question. And if someone has like a last question, feel free to drop it now in the Q&A chat. Corina, thank you very much. Very interesting. And I think it's so important to listen to the community, to your customers, and to the leadership, to the company goals. Thank you for this great talk.